right, we're here with Chris Mangano. Is that correct? Okay. And
Mangano,
yeah. We Americanized it for today.
Americanized it for sure, yeah. That Pardo Mangano, that's...
There you go. Yeah, I'm Taglianetti, but it should be Taglianetti.
Yeah, right?
What are you going to do? So you're a producer, and you started writing, directing, editing, and a development executive. So what brings you to do producing now?
Well, you know, it's interesting. I started wearing many hats, as you said, and then about 10 years ago when I started in Los Angeles, I started working for a film producer by the name of David Permit, and I started as an assistant, and I ended up working for him for 9 years, and I worked my way into development, and then I ended up becoming the vice president of the company, and just kind of, you know, development and producing was what I was learning to do, and I seemed okay at it, so you know, I worked with him. I produced 6 movies when I was with him, and then I started my own company about 3 years ago, and I've produced 3 movies since. So it seems to be working. I'm not going to stop now, I guess, until the road runs out, I guess.
That's amazing. So do the projects come to you, or do you go after the project?
A little bit of both. I mean, there are scripts that have come to me. This script is a script that I read after I left my other company. I had a relationship with the writer Peter Hoare, and he had sent it to me, and I fell in love with it. And you know, I was like, hey, I just started this new company. Let's try to make this movie together. And he was like, yeah, let's do it. And sure enough, here we are, not even 2 years later at the premiere. So pretty excited about that. I literally just came from a meeting where there's a novel that I love that I've read, and set up a meeting with the author here in New York while I was here out of Los Angeles because I'm chasing that one. So, you know, it goes both ways, if that makes sense.
So when you're choosing a script, what do you look for in it?
I think the thing I look for the most is just rich characters. I mean, that's the most important thing. I feel like, obviously, the most important thing in this business is being able to get a movie made, right? So in order to get a movie made, you have to attract good talent. So in order to attract good talent, you have to have great roles. So for this movie, for example, I knew this role of Marty was going to be something that would get a great actor attached. And sure enough, we were able, beyond our wildest dreams, cast Billy Crystal. So when I'm looking at a script, I try to think of roles that people may not be getting that they want to get. So that's probably the #1 thing I look for. But also entertainment, just quality. I love a script that reads fast. Usually that's a good sign for me that a script's going to be good. So things like that.
Great. So our organization works to promote Italian Americans in the film industry. What's some advice that you give to Italian Americans trying to break in?
Just in general, I mean, I think, you know, it's funny, I actually have a few Italian-American friends in the industry as well, and they're all very proud to be Italian, as we all are. But
Ryan, yeah.
The advice I have is just be yourself. Don't try to get into any other boxes that you may not fit into, and just enjoy things, and don't ever feel like you need to be anything different than who you are. That's all. Standard middle school stuff, I guess, right?
Well, that's all great advice. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
it's a pleasure meeting you. Thank you for the time. We can't wait to see the movie.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.